Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Game 3 of the Best of 3, PB versus Cubit. So, in this Game 3, brag rights will be decided yet again. You actually predicted, what did you predict?
2-1 to, is it PB? Said? Yeah, it was PB, 2-1.
Yep.
And I think he just lost with how the early game has just went. Uh-oh. Oh well. Yeah, we talk about my prediction and it just gets jinxed straight into the ground. Yeah, because Cubit saw high aluminium up there as well. Yeah, GG. That was a good game, guys. I'm joking, of course, but
Oh man.
Cubit's definitely got a spot advantage right here in his little crater base he's got going on.
Yeah, yeah, as Luke Strange says, interesting. Yeah, this I'm sorry, but PB is so far behind now. I think yeah, Cuba
Yeah.
just has the advantage now of having the carbon actually next to him right now. Cuba already upgrading to level 2. Cuba just will go and get that, 3 stack of silicon already this early into the game. Because
Oh
why
no.
not,
Yeah.
before PB gets it.
He needs that. Like when you look at the fact there's only two clusters of two small tiles, it's like come on, you have to take
They're
that.
they're they're
So
legitly. Oh wait, okay, they're still in the top left some, but yeah, they're legitly still five tiles of silicon, and two of those, well, 4 tiles are ejected.
yeah.
So right now, yeah, I've PB. Oh man, PB. He just pulled off an SMG. You know how? Because the thing is, I normally do that with let's found here. We're gonna get those tiles, and then pretty much somebody else founds on top of it, and I'm like, oh, well, shit.
Like
So
do you know what? I'd have liked to have seen an expansive this game, but we're not going to see it because there was a high. I didn't. Both players didn't see the high iron right enough, but the high iron and the high alu
yeah,
would have been pretty nice. You could have found it on top of that small cluster of aluminium there. So if PB could have found it upon the little cluster of aluminium that's close to the high iron, taken the high iron, taken that high aluminium, and then just went expansive from there.
yeah. So okay, let's talk about this auction claim right now. The thing is, you only overbid somebody that is already bidding like crazy if you're desperate. And I think PB right now is kind of desperate that, he needs to get claims. The more claims he has, he's going to get kind of balance out the advantage that Cubit has. So, he's going to get, PB's going to get more water. Cubit already has a 3 stack of water. He's already in the carbon advantage. He's getting reactors right now. Like that's the only thing going for him at this. No,
Yeah,
at this point.
it levels out the equilibrium a little bit, but then we should see Qubit getting levels quicker, just overall.
Well, Cuba just bought a claim of the black market, and he's going to get a geothermal with that.
One of the two
So
on the map, actually, that's kind of big. Although they are both scavenger players, they aren't known for burning giant amounts of electricity, so we shouldn't see any real power play this game. But
yeah.
The black market.
So right now, yeah. Yeah, this is I'm sorry, but PB right now, he has reactors up, okay? So he's just gonna get that fuel, he's gonna get that auction money in, that oxygen money, and I still can't see it. Like this is mind-boggling at this point. This is
well, it's a lot of income this early when you think about it, actually. I mean, when you consider like how much that's like, look, Qubit's not got anything that's making like $40. He doesn't have anything like that.
Wait, he's
So
going to
it's
glass now.
Yeah, he is. But I mean, before then, like you know, it's the first thing that's actually making revenue right now. Like the first
Yeah.
thing actually doing something.
So, Cubit right now going to already level 3, going into glass. PB actually mutinying Cubit's geothermal, and PB right now also level 3. I think for what has already happened this game, PB is not that far behind in claims at all. Like he's right now, he's just going to go into farms, cause why not?
Yeah, that's smart. He's getting into all the life support goods before cubit is, which is pretty nice to see. He does seem to kind of be concerned about power just a little bit because he's not even built a generator yet. He did mutiny cubit's geotherm, but
Ooh, the second geothermal on the map. The only geothermal still left is gonna get auctioned off.
yeah, PB has to get this, I think, and
Oh
cubit knows
my,
this.
24,000 for Cubit. If Cubit would get this for 24,000, it kind of evens out the debt situation.
It does. I'd like to see him maybe just not supply power and then have PB
Die.
need to build power generators.
Wow, like this game already. Like, come on. Like, first of all, the beginning. Second of all, like we have had now two insanely high auction bids.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I think I no. Let's say this. PB already how could he say? He already stabilized from that, and Cubit, it just hit Cubit so hard now. He was 40,000 in debt, and now he's 51,000 in debt after like
interest.
yeah. First of all, after interest, and just 20 seconds after the auction actually happened. So right now this is actually hitting Cubit really hard.
He's got a lot of glass, but then PB's also got tons of food and fuel and oxygen. I think he maybe PB's gonna come ahead of this actually, even considering the horrible start. He's in a much better position right now. I mean,
Yeah.
right now he doesn't have any power control, which he needs to be really careful about. But for the most part, he's making money on life support, which is just Cupid just isn't.
Yeah. Well, Cupid actually already turning level 4. He's gonna go also into food, but yeah, as you said, PB's already ahead on that. He almost has 200 food. You know, in the bank, and actually getting rid of his reactors. What is he going to go for?
No,
Well, like, what do you think right now? Is it going to be more food? Is it going to be power?
we might see a bunch of random wind turbines, but I think we're not at that stage yet. Yeah, I think he
Um,
had a little lapse of judgment there. He was like, well, I need to maybe turn this into something else, but there isn't anything else he can turn it into right now.
yep. Kind of cool out of PB because he just sold off a lot of his food, and now the food that the farms that Cuba just threw down isn't that much worth anymore. Kind of cool out of Cubit. He is building a pleasure dome in a 1 versus 1.
It's pretty
Uh,
close to the colony.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. With the new change, if some people of you don't know yet, there's a change that just came in, is that the closer the pleasure dome is to the colony, the more money it will make. Um, yeah, if you just want to talk about that real quick, like, what are your thoughts on it? Also, being this close to the colony, stuff like that.
It's pretty interesting how close it is, but I don't see why he's investing and claiming it now while power's still 85. Like his profit range is pretty measly, and he's got to spend the resources on building this. So what's like 20 electronics and so on from there, isn't it? Something like that.
Hmm.
So I mean, he's already spent like 3 grand building this building that only makes him like 50 every second, which isn't too high. We do see the hacking array as well, though, so
But I'd say he thought, like, I'm already making 1.6 power, so I can actually build this building. And he said it's going to make him 50 a tick. But then you need to realize that this 50 a tick adds up over like the rest of the game now.
yeah, it does. And of course, as the colony gets bigger and bigger, it's just gonna help a bit more. But I don't know. I, I wonder how the colonists actually get over there. Is my concern. You know, it's in a crater after all. Did you just leap over the edge? Maybe I don't know.
So right now, a shortage coming down for Cubit onto the glass, and actually two nukes going down on the water of Cubit, and Cubit doing the offensive strike back with the nuke onto PB. Yeah, like, oh man, nukes flying. Like,
Yeah, the water.
in like a minute, 3 nukes are flying. So, nuke action.
I'm not sure about maybe PB nuking Cubit's water. Not. I don't. He kind of wants to keep water low because he's the one making all the life support goods right now.
Price manipulation
Yeah.
begins
I just want to note PB actually level 5 before Cubit, but Cubit already had a plan. He actually sold everything that he, almost everything that he had, and actually bought almost 400 glass, while PB upgraded did not have anything to sell to buy into glass. So Cubit is going to make a shit ton of money on this, a shit ton.
Yeah, but the thing that got the PB the easy 5 was Cubit selling all the glass in the first place. Like Cubit made glass really cheap. PB gets his 5, and Cubit ends up spending tons of money on the glass anyway. So I
Yeah.
don't see it making that much on the short. It won't be a huge amount, but it's I don't know. I think that worked out better for PB the way because Cubit just kept glass low while he made all the life support goods, made all the money, and then did his thing. I do like Cubit's chem labs though. That's a pretty smart play, considering he's got all
Um.
these excess chemicals to use and fuel being kept low by PB. So the two players are kind of just reacting to what they're doing.
So okay, well here's the thing, right? PB going to chemicals, Cubit going to chemicals, but his Cubit's chemicals are actually frozen. Like 6 building of Cubit is actually Cubit buildings are actually frozen. I think then again the advantage goes to PB because his buildings aren't frozen. He already has 42 chemicals, while Cubit only has 3 chemicals.
And Cubit going for the chem short. I don't know about that one. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, maybe he's gonna cancel that. Maybe going to go into something else. PB going full on into water with 4 claims. Damn, like, ooh. Cubit are actually going more into chemicals. Actually, as he just bought this claim off of the auction for 20,000. Cubit is actually only 4,000. Sorry, 7,000 ahead in the debt race, which is actually not that good. But hey, it's actually almost pretty similar that he just got a claim for 20,000.
Yeah.
And PB right now also going to electronics. The players are. I'm going to say this. The players are everywhere right now, everywhere. Like the power. Oh wow, all the natural shortages too. Like oh man, the power surplus, the chemical short that will actually benefit. Did just PB sell everything? Wait, what just happened?
Our hackers have
Did I just miss something?
Price manipulation begins
what?
shortly.
Yeah, PB was trying to buy some of his stocks.
Market is
Because Cubit bought a bunch of them.
Yeah. Oh wow, so this short will actually go into favor of Cubit because PB just sold. They just
Well,
bought
he's
a
still
lot
got a-
into it.
Yeah, it'll balance out a little bit, I think. But I don't know. I think maybe PB's investment into the wind power, like it was a good choice then, and not so much now. Like he's now got these 2 claims that do nothing. He could turn the 3rd turbine into like an iron mine because it's worth 42, right? Why not, right?
Yeah.
But he can't really do anything with the other 2 tiles. We see that fuels come back because it always comes back, and the chem lab's obviously consuming quite a lot of it, and foods came back as well.
market is
I'm not
Yeah.
too sure about his decision at these electronic factories. He could have been making more money if he just left his farms on for a while and let the price come back a little bit, because obviously the colony now is pretty big and just consuming everything like crazy.
Yeah. So Cubit right now gonna scrap his glass furnaces, gonna go opt in again into reactors. He's and again, like this is probably a first for me to seeing this actually at engineering lab in 1 versus 1. Researching carbon. I think that's a first. And also the shortage into oxygen coming in, and PB actually has a huge advantage in that.
I think it's a really smart play though, and do you know what would be really nice? I'd like to see him maybe put upgrades into oxygen production, so that he could use the reactors more to produce oxygen rather than fuel, because the fuel will drop off really quickly, but not so much the O2,
Yeah.
which is still quite heavily consumed by the colony and them themselves as well. So I'd like to see maybe some oxygen upgrades. I mean, he did have the chems lying around, so like why not? It's just it's a bit strange to see it in a 1v1 scenario though.
Yeah. So 2 things. Teleportation just got auctioned off for 6,000. I think PB could have used that because of the 3 wind turbines that he has. He could have, reused those claims with the teleportation. Second of all, there was a 1 and 7 chance of PB hitting that goon squad of Cubit. and he hit that goon squad, and Cubit just immediately reacted back, hit PB, and PB, now after 30-second cooldown on the black market, hitting back on Cubit, as both players kind of want to deny each other of them mining each other out, stuff like that. So damn, and
Still,
yeah,
sorry, no, you go on.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, we see, like, when PB went out of food earlier, now foods went straight back up again, and we do see Cubit going into those oxygen and food upgrades, like I talked about.
Yep.
For the O2, which will stay up, but we see PB finally going back into the farms again. But like, I'm surprised Cubit's not following suit. He's continuing this kind of fuel route.
Yeah, Cubit actually, just turned level 5 a while ago, and here's the thing, PB nuked down both of Cubit's waters to trace, and Cubit, was forced now to build another water, and he still doesn't have actually enough water to even supply 4 buildings, let alone 7. So this right now, I don't know what is going on, but as I said, the players are right now everywhere. A good thing right now for Cubit is he's not using fuel anymore because he has the teleportation. Cubit is going to go back into glasses. Glasses at a price at 123. He's also going to go into food again. Cubit's food is partially frozen right now. The dust storm comes in the favor of PB right now because of his wind turbines.
I think it kind of messes up the two of their food production as well. But I really like what Cubit's doing, like, because now what he's gonna do is, because everyone built farms to try and exploit food, the glass price went up. So what he's now gonna do is profit on the glass, and then he'll go back into chems again because he made fuel super cheap. That's what's gonna happen, I think. Those once he's done making loads of glass, you go straight back into loads of chemicals again because it's now 190 with fuel being at 40 again.
Well, you also need to say that Cubit actually is the reason why the chemicals are so high again, because he is researching a lot of stuff.
He is, but he gets this research done for his food. He's going to be at quite an advantage when you consider it's 25% more. As far as
and he already has a farm more, so.
Yeah. Like, give me 2 seconds.
Yeah. So actually, this Pleasure Dome is just partially starting to pay off now. Do you think so?
Yeah, the Pleasure Dome's making money. I mean, considering the way the prices have worked this game, nothing really makes more than 50 plus a tick, other than really his food and obviously his glass, but everything's kind of very hit and miss right now. In fact, the glass probably wouldn't even be making it considering the oxygen price, but nothing's really making that much money per tile in this game, just with prices being so low. So actually, it was a good investment overall, I think. I'm curious if it would make more money if it was where the engineering lab is, though, and if it would be a considerable change of money.
Oh wow, there's actually a carbon shortage coming in. Both players kind of buying into this. Well, no. Cubit. Wow, what just happened? One of the players just bought into it, and one of the players just sold a lot of it because the other player bought into it. And actually, Cubit going into chemicals right now. He is 80% out to actually buying PB right now, but right now, the claim management out of both players actually having 4 water each, stuff like that, and Cubit actually buying out himself. I don't. What do you think about this?
I like this. He already holds majority in PB, so once he buys the rest of himself, then that's it. PB just gets nailed to the board because of the amount of money he's gonna have to come up with to buy Cubit out. Yeah. He could also just be using it to stop PB floating again, like he did last game, just to stop him buying his stocks to stay alive.
Mm. So the hack rate actually getting blown up by Cubit. But yeah, like I don't know, like he was a little bit more than 80% out to actually buying PB. Like at that point, shouldn't you not like just wait until PB starts buying you out and then just save up money?
Yeah, but then you gotta think, well, PB would probably outpace the rate his money would grow by. Especially when you realize someone's doing something like that, you just spam sell all your goods all the time. It keeps prices really low, and then it makes their waiting even harder.
Yeah.
While you rack up the money and keep buying into their stocks, and then eventually what happens is the player who was once ahead then realizes, oh wait, I own 2 of my own shares and nothing else, and he's now got more money than me.
Yeah.
You generally kind of get outpaced, and so that's kind of what what Cubit's expecting here.
So actually, Cubit building off-road. Actually, his chemicals are making so much money right now. His chemicals are making. Come on, man. 345 net revenue. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to see PB try and get in on that as well, and beat MP
The
Cubits.
black market
But then
is
you also look at
wide.
Power right now. Power's getting a bit insane.
But the engineering lab actually paying off because he is making 6 chemicals on 3 claims. So that, that's a lot of money right there to be made.
It is. It is. I don't. Yeah. That's the kind of gimmicky stuff you see in multiplayer when you get all your chem lab upgrades and then you upgrade everything else to like maximum. But I'm kind of concerned at the power price and the rate it's growing right now. It's going to start sinking these players just a little bit, like with PB, 130k in debt now. It's starting to bring him down quite a
Yeah.
bit. And he doesn't have any real power control other than his turbines, and they're just not doing enough. It's Pikachu! I think Cubit's just gonna walk away with it now. He's built an off-world. He's already got the goon squad for it, and we see PB getting desperate, starting to build wind turbines over his factories. I think we've just seen Cubit just kind of walking ahead with it. I'm really surprised PB didn't try and exploit the chemicals the second go around. That would have been a good play.
No. So both players having offers right now, and thank you, Pansy, for the follow. I actually turned off the alert, but hey, internet doesn't want to work. So right now, actually, the iron shortage coming in. PB buying into it with 341. Cubit only buying into it with 100. So PB will make more money on this. But again, Cubit is just waiting for that final blow that he needs. And there it is. There it is. Cubit. Oh man, he had it. Could have already bought him out, but there it is. There it is. There goes your prediction.
Well.
Oh wow, still not bought out yet. Actually, Cubit getting the upgrade for the power and actually making solar panels, so he's actually paying off his debt. And there we go. Cubit wins game number 3 in this best of 3. Wow.
That was a much more interesting game, I think. That was really good. Like, just at first I thought it was over from the way it all started, but the way that PB kind of brought it back with the life support, that game was pretty spectacular. And then I don't know. I think what killed him was not exploiting the chemicals the second go around, but it was a really good game.
Yeah, so let's actually go to Cubit's resource tab. In the end, he sold a lot of power. And then in the middle of that, food actually became a big thing for both players. Let's actually check that out for PB. PB actually sold 193,000, while Cubit only sold 137,000. And the outer purchase
difference.
Well, yeah, let's get to that in just a bit.
Okay.
Also, oxygen. Cubit purchasing 90,000, selling 130,000. So life support has been big profit for him this game. And then let's get to carbon. Carbon, Cubit made a lot. And then yeah, go please chemicals.
Yeah, see Cubit making like 200k on the chems, with PB just making, well, you count what he bought in as well, so it's only like 36,000. But a lot of that's kind of tied into the carbon as well. Like you see, if we go to Cubits here, the carbon profit's 125k and he bought 10k in. It's funny when you look at PB, carbon bought in is 126k and he only sold 45k worth as well. The same goes for the glass as well. He bought in all his glass. He never made glass the entire game.
Yep.
With Cubit making 134k. Minus, of course, the 50 he bought in, but that's still quite a lot.
I think Cubit was just a little bit far ahead, like a half step ahead or maybe a quarter step ahead. In resources and money that he just could switch around a lot more, was more freely to switch around in PB.
Yeah, I think in the early game it kind of equalized out, and then kind of PB kind of took the advantage in the mid game, but then Cubit just kind of started taking over the later stage of the game with the chems and things, which PB kind of just ignored. I think that's kind of where it went wrong, because at the beginning it was obviously in Cubit's favor with the way the carbon worked out. PB kind of brought it back and kind of secured himself a decent mid-game, but then after that I think Cubit kind of just started getting a bit far ahead there.
Yeah, starting to run away with it. So, with the hacker race, PB in the end there, started buying, actually, shorted iron. Sorry, he shorted iron in the end right there. Didn't pay off because, game already ended. And then, Cubit actually in the mid game, shorting chemicals, shorting glass. So that's where, he made that money. But then, oh my.
The
Oh.
black market.
Oh my.
Usage by both players this game was insanely high.
My. pbeast, 14 items, 129,000. And Cubit, 16 items, 138,000.
5 goon squads at the cubit as well. 5.
Wow, 61,000 goon squads.
3 new PB only buying 1 new claim.
So let's actually talk about this real quick, because we don't see it this often. But with the new change, I hope we can see a pleasure dome actually more often. So what do you really think about what do you think about the pleasure dome?
It's nice. Like it's a kind of. It takes money. It's like it's only really worth investing the claim in it if you don't have industries that are making you more money than the pleasure dome would be if it was just sat there on its own ticking money in.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if you get VR and you do some gimmicky things, then you can make a lot of money with just the one dome. But it does. You don't really see it in 1v1.
He almost made 100,000.
He almost made 100,000 across the whole game. Well, you got to consider the power it was consuming as well. Does it take that into account?
Yeah, but he was always making steady profit. So out of that 100,000, he made about what 30,000 profit.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I guess the dome over the course of the game, it was a decent investment of a claim.
No. Alright guys, so that was the best of 3, Cubit versus pbeast. The dual casting with Saberman was lots of fun. Hope we can do this more often.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Any last words? Any plugs?
If only my predictions hadn't fallen apart. I thought it was a pretty good series, actually. Those were 3 pretty good games.
Yep. Any plugins? Plugs?
Plugs? I won't sell myself. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so you won't shameless advertise. Alright
No.
guys, thank you for watching. It has been fun, really good games. We always see these players go at it, but every time it is very different. Really nice to see them always play. So guys, wish you guys a nice day. If you of course like the series, if you like the games, leave that like button, and if you want to write a comment for us to read, you're also can just do that. I think Saberman would love to get some fan mail in here.
No, I don't know.
No,
Whatever.
no. Okay, guys.
That's fine. Yeah, see you later.
Yeah, guys. All right. Peace out. Hope to see you in the next series.